हेलो एवरीवन। आज तुम लोगों को केमिस्ट्री इन एवरीडे लाइफ में आगे का जो टॉपिक था उस पर डिस्कस करेंगे। उससे पहले के जो 2 क्लास हमने लिए हैं इस चैप्टर में, उसमें केमिकल्स इन मेडिसिन इसके बारे में बताया था, किस तरह से केमिकल्स का यूज़ होता है मेडिसिन बनाने में और किस तरह से वो हमारे लिए हमारी लाइफ में उनकी ज़रूरत होती है। तो आज हम वो ड्रग्स या मेडिसिन किस तरीके से वर्क करती हैं इसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे और किस तरह से मेडिसिन बनाई जाती हैं उस बारे में बात करेंगे। इसमें सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, जो भी मेडिसिन बन रही है जिसको हम ड्रग कहते हैं, उनकी डिज़ाइनिंग किस तरह से की गई, किस बेसिस किन बेसिस पे इनको हमने बनाया और उनके क्या काम होते हैं। नाउ डिज़ाइनिंग ऑफ ड्रग्स, 2 facts must be taken into consideration when we prepare a drug. First, drug target and second, drug metabolism. अब फर्स्ट है ड्रग टारगेट, जिसके बारे में हम देखते हैं ये क्या है। जनरली ड्रग इंटरेक्ट विथ macromolecules like carbohydrates, protein, nucleic acid, etc. in the body. These macromolecules are called target molecule or drug target. Correct choice of drug target is important for selection of correct drug. Second है drug metabolism. When a drug is entered in the body, it circulates and finally reaches to its target. यानी कहाँ उसको जाके काम करना है, पहले वो सर्कुलेट होती है ब्लड में, फिर वहाँ उस जगह पहुँचती है जहाँ उसको काम करना है। Thus, drug must be designed in such a way that it may react up to its target without getting metabolism. It must act in the body without any harmful reaction. When designing a drug, it is also important to have knowledge of its physiological functions. It helps in selection of proper drug which may interact with target and is medically effective. These compounds are called lead compounds and act as starting point for designing a drug. Knowledge of metabolic pathway of biological system and mechanism of drug also help in improvement of quality of drug and reducing side effect. Classification of drugs. Drugs are classified into different classes on the basis of various criteria. First है on the basis of pharmacological effect. This classification is very useful for doctors because on this basis a wide group of drug is available to cure particular disease. For example, analgesic relieve pain, antipyretics reduce temperature and antiseptic reduce the growth or kill microbes. ये सारी चीज़ें हम इन ड्रग्स के बारे में पहले के क्लास से बता चुके हैं। नाउ सेकेंड, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ड्रग एक्शन, दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज बेस्ड ऑन बायोकेमिकल एक्शन ऑफ पर्टिकुलर ड्रग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ऑल द histamines reduce the effect of histamines which are formed in the body due to inflammation or allergy. Thus, all the drugs which remove the effect of histamines are collectively known as antihistamines. Similarly, other drugs may also be classified on the basis of biochemical activity of drugs. Now, third type of classification on the basis of chemical structure. Drugs having similarity in their chemical structure have similar pharmacological effect and so So drugs having similarity in their chemical structure have similarity in their medicinal effect. For example, sulfonamides having similarity in their chemical structure. Sulfonamide and सल्फाडाइजीन बोथ हैव सिमिलर स्ट्रक्चर, दोनों देख सकते हो इस तरह से, ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर है स्ट्रक्चर। उसके बाद ये तीसरा है NS डबल बॉन्ड इधर O और डबल बॉन्ड इधर O, ये तीनों ही में है सल्फागोनाडीन, सल्फाडाइजीन एंड ये क्या है सल्फोनामाइड्स, तीनों में ही O डबल बॉन्ड S डबल बॉन्ड O, NH ग्रुप प्रेजेंट है, इधर NH2 ग्रुप प्रेजेंट है। तो स्ट्रक्चर के बेस पे इनमें सिमिलरिटी होती है और इनका जो इफेक्ट होगा वो सिमिलर होगा। Similarly, tranquilizers are used to cure mental disease, and a major group of tranquilizers belong barbituric acid in their chemical structure. On the basis of molecular targets, 4 types of classification. Drugs interact with biomolecules like carbohydrate, protein, lipids and nucleic acid. This classification is useful for medicinal chemists. All these biomolecules are known as target molecules or drug targets. Drugs have some similarities in their structure and hence they may interact with same drug targets. Now, interaction of drugs with target. Drug interacts with macromolecules and these macromolecules perform various functions in the body. For example, different proteins are responsible for different functions in our body. They are structural unit of our body. The protein which act as biological catalysts are called enzymes. The protein which contribute in communication system of the body are called receptors, and the proteins which carry polar molecules across cell membrane are called carrier proteins. Now, nucleic acid, DNA and RNA are responsible for coding genetic messages, while lipids and carbohydrates are structural component of cell membrane. Almost all the biochemical reactions are catalyzed by enzyme. Thus, enzymes are important drug target. In their catalytic reaction, enzymes perform 2 important functions. First, they hold a substrate of the chemical reaction on their active site through different kind of bond like ionic bond, hydrogen bond, van der Waals, dipole-dipole interaction, etc. These forces are strong enough to hold substrate for sufficient time period so that enzyme may catalyze the reaction. Secondly, they provide suitable functional group for the attack of substrate so that reaction may be completed This work is done by amino acid residues of proteins present at active surface of enzyme. These amino acid residues provide free functional group like OH and COOH and SH etc. for the attack of substrate. Now, interaction of drug enzyme. Drugs may inhibit the function of enzyme discussed above. They may hinder the attacking site, may affect bonding etc. Such drugs are known as enzyme inhibitors. Drugs may inhibit the function of enzyme in 2 ways. First, competitive inhibition. Some drugs with actual substrate and are attached to enzyme preferentially. इस तरह से एक्टिव साइट है ये। यहाँ पे ये ड्रग सबस्ट्रैक्ट ड्रग डी एंड सबस्ट्रैक्ट है यहाँ एस कंपेटिंग फॉर एक्टिव साइट ऑफ एंजाइम। ये एक्टिव साइट है एंजाइम की, जैसे कि इसका जो मैकेनिज्म होता है वो एंजाइम जब पढ़ाया था तो उसमें बताया था। अब यहाँ ड्रग ब्लॉक्स द एक्टिव साइट ऑफ द एंजाइम, नहीं सब्सट्रैक्ट को ये नहीं जाने दे रही है, बल्कि यहाँ पे ये ड्रग आकर के एक्टिव साइट जो एंजाइम का है उस पर फिट हो जाती है। इस तरह से ये जो एंजाइम की कैटालिटिक एक्टिविटी होती है उसको इनहिबिट करती है। सेकंड है नॉन कम्पिटिटिव इनहिबिशन। सम ड्रग्स डू नॉट अटैक ऑन एक्टिव साइट बट गेट अटैच्ड टू सम डिफरेंट साइट्स other than active sites. Such sites are called allosteric sites. Such attacks change the size and structure of active site of enzyme, making it unable to identify the substrate. एक्टिव साइट से ना अटैच होकर ये दूसरे साइट पे एंजाइम के कहीं पे अटैच हो जाते हैं और जिससे ये एंजाइम की एक्टिविटी को इनहिबिट करते हैं। If a strong base is formed between enzyme and inhibitor, then enzyme is deactivated permanently. In such situation, body regrade the enzyme inhibitor complex and new enzyme is synthesized. तो ये वही स्ट्रक्चर है जो मैकेनिज्म अभी बताया ऊपर। एक्टिव साइट एंजाइम की सब्सट्रैक्ट आता है जब एंजाइम जो है परफेक्टली अपना कैटालिटिक फंक्शन परफॉर्म करता है, और लेकिन जब ये एक्टिव साइट होती है और सब्सट्रैक्ट यहाँ पे आता है और आफ्टर रिएक्शन सब्सट्रैक्ट अलग एंजाइम अलग हो जाता है और जो प्रोडक्ट बनता है वो अपनी जगह आ जाता है। द सेकेंड फंक्शन ऑफ एन एंजाइम इज टू प्रोवाइड फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स दैट विल अटैक द सब्सट्रैक्ट एंड कैरी आउट केमिकल रिएक्शन। नाउ ड्रग एंजाइम इंटरेक्शन जो अभी बताया है, ड्रग इनहिबिट्स एनी ऑफ द above mentioned activities of enzyme. These can block the binding site of the enzyme and prevent the binding of substrate or can inhibit the catalytic activity of the enzyme. Such drugs are called enzyme inhibitors. Now drug inhibit the attachment of substrate on active site of enzyme in two different ways. First, drugs compete with the natural substrate for their attachment on the active site of enzyme. Such drugs are called competitive inhibitors. डायग्राम सामने है। Some drugs do not bind the enzyme's active site. These bind to a different sites of enzyme which is called allosteric site. This binding of inhibitor at allosteric site change the shape of the active site in such a way that substrate cannot recognize it. एक्टिव साइट को बिल्कुल से ये चेंज कर देता है जिससे हमें रिकग्नाइज कर सकते हैं कि ये वही चीज़ है। If the bond formed between an enzyme and the inhibitor is a strong covalent bond, this is the receptors are proteins that are crucial to body communication process. Now receptors as drug target. ये तुम्हारा जो डायग्राम के साथ जो बातें थी वो पहले भी हम इसको बता चुके हैं, ये वही सारी चीज़ें थी। तो नॉन कम्पिटिटिव इनहिबिटर चेंज द एक्टिव साइट ऑफ एंजाइम आफ्टर बाइंडिंग टू एलोस्टेरिक साइट। अब हमें डिस्कस करना है रिसेप्टर्स एज ड्रग टारगेट। रिसेप्टर्स आर प्रोटीन्स दैट आर क्रूशियल टू बॉडी कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस. Majority of these are embedded in cell membrane. Receptor proteins are embedded in the cell membrane in such a way that their small part possessing active site projects out of the surface of the membrane and opens the outside region of the cell मेम्ब्रेन, यहाँ पे देखो ये कंप्लीट स्ट्रक्चर दिया है। ये क्या है? स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ द सेल मेम्ब्रेन। रिसेप्टर प्रोटीन embedded in the cell membrane, the active site of the receptor open on the outside region of the cell। तो ये सेल मेम्ब्रेन है, ये तुम्हारा पूरा जो ये सेल मेम्ब्रेन है, और यहाँ इसका रिसेप्टर प्रोटीन है इस जगह पे, जो इसका स्ट्रक्चर ये दिखाया है। ये आउटर सरफेस ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन इस तरह से होता है, सेल्स इस तरह से जो लगी हुई है, और ये है बाइंडिंग साइट ऑफ रिसेप्टर। ये है इंटीरियर सेल, इनर सरफेस ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन, और ये दिस इज स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन, जिसको हम यहाँ लार्ज करके इसको दिखाया गया है। इन द बॉडी message between two neutrons and that between neurons to muscles is communicated through certain chemicals. These chemicals, known as chemical messenger, are received at a binding site of receptor protein. To accommodate the messenger, shape of the receptor site changes. This brings about the transfer of message into the cell. Thus, chemical messengers give message to the cell without entering the cell. इस तरीके से ये बाइंडिंग साइट है, केमिकल मैसेंजर, और सेल मेम्ब्रेन है। ये पूरा स्ट्रक्चर जो अभी वहाँ देखा। इंड्यूस्ड इंडक्शन जब होता है तो बाइंडिंग साइट इधर ये पास में आता है, मैसेज ट्रांसमिट होते हैं यहाँ से, और फिर बाद में ये अलग हो जाता है। ए, बी और सी तीन पोजीशन है। पहली पोजीशन रिसेप्टर रिसीविंग केमिकल मैसेंजर, ये देखा जो अभी बाइंडिंग साइट है, ये केमिकल मैसेंजर आ रहा है। शेप ऑफ द रिसेप्टर चेंज आफ्टर अटैचमेंट ऑफ मैसेंजर, तो ये शेप देखो चेंज हो गया यहाँ पे, इस तरह से था इसका। रिसेप्टर रीगेन स्ट्रक्चर आफ्टर रिमूव ऑफ केमिकल मैसेंजर, जो मैसेंजर है वो चला जाता है तो फिर से उसका शेप वापस आ जाता है। There are a large number of different receptors in the body that interact with different chemical messengers. These receptors show selectivity for the chemical messenger over the other because their binding sites have different shape, structure and amino acid composition. ये वही स्ट्रक्चर है, वही चीज़ है ये, जो यहाँ पे फिर से थोड़ा सा डायग्राम वही है। इन द बॉडी पैसेज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन टू नर्व्स और नर्व एंड मसल्स इज ड्यू टू सम केमिकल्स। Such chemicals are called chemical messengers. They are received a binding site of receptor proteins. To accept messenger, shape of receptor site is changed. This process transfer message inside cell। ये भी जो हम बता चुके पहले वही चीज़ है यहाँ पे, in other words बताया हुआ है। A number of receptors are there in the body which interact with different chemical messengers. These receptors show selectivity towards messenger. Those drugs which are attached to surface of receptors and prevent its natural action are called antagonists. These drugs are useful in stopping the transfer of message. Those drugs which activate the receptor by copying the natural messenger are called agonists. They are useful when there is deficiency of natural messengers. Now, chemical messengers. In cells, two types of chemical messenger take part in message transfer. First, hormones. These chemicals are secreted by ductless glands or endocrine glands. Hormones are essential for regulation of metabolic reaction. And second part of chemical messenger, neurotransmitters. Nerve cells transfer their messages by neurotransmitters. They are simple small molecules. For example, acetylcholine, serotonin, dopamine, etc. Nerve cells release neurotransmitters from synapse and they bind active site of receptor for short period. During this period, they may transfer their message and leave the site. अब जब एंटी माइक्रोबियल, एंटी हिस्टामाइन, एंटी बैक्टीरियल और एंटाइसिड सारी ड्रग्स के बारे में डिस्कस हो चुका है, तो ये ज़रूरी है कि आज के माहौल में एंटीवायरल के बारे में भी हम लोग जानें। तो व्हाट आर एंटीवायरल ड्रग्स, जिसकी आज बहुत ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि जैसा कि तुम लोगों को पता है कि कोविड-19 आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा कहर बर्पा किए हुए है। तो दिस इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट ड्रग, दैट इज़ एंटीवायरल ड्रग. Antiviral drugs are prescription medicines, pills, liquid and inhaled powder or an intravenous solution that fight against flu virus in your body. Antiviral drugs are not sold over the counter. You can only get them if you have a prescription from a healthcare provider. Antiviral drugs are different from antibiotics, which fight against bacterial infection. Now, who should take antiviral drug? It is very important that flu antiviral drug are started as soon as possible to treat hospitalized flu patient. People who are very sick with flu but who are at high risk of serious flu complication based on their age or health if they develop flu symptoms. Although other people with mild illness who are not at high risk of flu complication may also be treated early with antiviral drug by their doctor. Most people who are otherwise healthy and not at high risk for flu complication and who get flu do not need to be treated with antiviral drug. There are 4 FDA approved influenza antiviral drugs recommended by CDC for use against recently circulating influenza virus, that is Repiveb या Paramivir, Relenza, Zanamivir and Tamiflu, that is Oseltamivir phosphate, also available as generic, and Zofluza, that is Bolozavimarpoxil. Now, what are the benefits of antiviral drugs? Antiviral treatment works best when started soon after flu illness begins. When treatment is started within 2 days of becoming sick with flu symptoms, antiviral drugs can lessen fever and flu symptoms and shorten the time you are sick by about 1 day. They also may reduce the risk of complications such as ear infection in children, respiratory complication requiring antibiotics and hospitalization in adults. For people at high risk of serious flu complications, early treatment with an antiviral drug can mean having milder illness instead of more severe illness that might require a hospital stay. For adults hospitalized with flu illness, some studies have reported that early antiviral treatment can reduce their risk of death. How long should antiviral drugs be taken? To treat flu, oseltamivir or inhaled Zanamivir are usually prescribed for 5 days or one dose of intravenous paramivir or oral baloxavir for 1 day. Oseltamivir treatment is given to hospitalized patients, and some patients might be treated for more than 5 days. Now, what are the possible side effects of antiviral drugs? Side effects vary from each medication. The most common side effects for oseltamivir are nausea and vomiting. Zanamivir can cause bronchospasm, and paramivir can cause diarrhea. Other less common side effects also have been reported. Your healthcare provider can give you more information about these drugs, or you can check the Food and Drug Administration (FDA) website for specific information about antiviral drugs, including the manufacturer package insert. Now, influenza and COVID-19. इन्फ्लुएंजा पहले की बीमारी है, जबकि एंटीवायरल जो अभी तुम्हारा कोविड-19 ये अभी आई हुई बीमारी है। तो इन दोनों पे क्या कंपैरिजन इसका है, दोनों में क्या सिमिलरिटीज़ है। द वर्ल्ड वाइड पेंडेमिक ऑफ द डिजीज कॉल्ड कोविड-19 हैज़ चेंज द वे पीपल लुक एट फ्लू लाइक symptoms. COVID-19 is caused by a different virus, not an influenza virus but a coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2. COVID-19 and influenza illness can have many of the same symptoms but may cause different risk of complication in some different risk group and may need different testing, treatment and preventing measures. These similarities and difference may be important consideration for healthcare providers and people who believe they may have been exposed or may have either of these illnesses. CDC has posted some comparison between these two illnesses. Information is accumulating and changing rapidly. The possible effect of COVID-19 exposure avoidance measure on circulation of influenza is not fully understood. Currently approved influenza antivirals are not expected to provide benefit against COVID-19. Now, what is coronavirus? Coronavirus are a large family of viruses which may cause illness in animals or humans. In humans, several coronavirus are known in cause respiratory infection ranging from the common cold to more severe disease such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, that is MERS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. The most recently discovered coronavirus caused coronavirus disease COVID-19. COVID-19 is the infectious disease caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. This new virus and disease were unknown before the outbreak began in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Now, what are the symptoms of COVID-19? The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, tiredness and dry cough. Some patients may have HS and pains, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat or diarrhea. These symptoms are usually mild and begin gradually. Some people become infected but don't develop any symptoms and don't feel unwell. Most people, about 80%, recover from the disease without needing a special treatment. Around 1 out of every 6 people who get COVID-19 become seriously ill and develop difficulty breathing. Old people and those with underlying medical problem like high blood pressure, heart problems or diabetes are more likely to develop serious illness. People with fever, cough and difficulty breathing should seek medical attention. Now, who is at risk of developing severe illness? While we are still learning about how COVID-19 affect people, older person and person with pre-existing medical conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, lung disease, cancer or appear to develop serious illness more often than others. Antibiotics effective in preventing or treating the COVID-19? No, antibiotics do not work against viruses, they only work on bacterial infection. COVID-19 is caused by a virus, so antibiotics do not work. Antibiotics should not be used as a means of prevention or treatment of COVID-19. They should only be used as directed by the physician or treat a bacterial infection. Are there any medicines or therapies that can prevent or cure COVID-19? While some Western traditional or home remedies may provide comfort and alleviate symptoms of COVID-19, there is no evidence that current medicine can prevent or cure the disease. We does not recommend self-medication with any medicines including antibiotics as a prevention or cure for COVID-19. However, there are several ongoing clinical trials that include both Western and traditional हाउ डज कोविड-19 स्प्रेड। सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात इसमें यह है कि किस तरह से ये फैलता है। पीपुल कैन कैच कोविड-19 फ्रॉम अदर्स हु हैव द वायरस। द डिजीज कैन स्प्रेड फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन थ्रू स्मॉल ड्रॉपलेट्स फ्रॉम द नोज और माउथ विच आर स्प्रेड व्हेन ए पर्सन विथ कोविड-19 कफ और एक्सहेल्स. These people land on objects and surface around the person. Other people then catch COVID-19 by touching these objects or surface, then touching their eyes, nose or mouth. People can also catch COVID-19 if they breathe in droplets from a person with COVID-19 who coughs out or exhales droplets. This is why it is important to stay more than 1 meter away from a person who is sick. तो इस तरह से ड्रग और कोविड-19 के बारे में इस क्लास में हमने तुम लोगों को बताया। उम्मीद है अच्छी जानकारी मिली होगी इस आज के क्लास से। तो इसको पढ़ना और समझने की कोशिश करना कि जो कुछ नहीं समझ में आया है दोबारा देखोगे तो समझ में आएगा। और उसके साथ ये हम आज का टॉपिक बंद करते हैं, अगले क्लास में फिर मिलेंगे।